Episode 88, The Architecture of Interpretation. Why interpretation equals the meaning your architecture assigns to reality. Interpretation is the second layer of perception. Perspective decides what you notice. Interpretation decides what it means. Every moment in your life passes through an internal decoder. Not the conscious mind, but the architecture beneath it. And this decoder determines whether something feels safe or unsafe, whether someone feels supportive or threatening, whether a moment feels meaningful or meaningless, whether you see opportunity or danger, whether you evolve or repeat the past. Interpretation is the bridge between raw reality and your experience of it. Let's break down the mechanics. Number one, interpretation happens automatically before the thought. Most people think interpretation is mental, but in field mechanics, interpretation equals the identity's automatic meaning assignment before the mind even thinks a thought. Your system decides this is good, this is bad, this is dangerous, this is familiar, this is an opportunity, this is not for me. Long before the mind creates a story. The mind only justifies what the architecture already decided. Number two, interpretation is shaped by past integration. Your interpretations come from emotional residues, old patterns, unintegrated waveforms, past timelines, inherited beliefs, early identity formation, survival-based predictions. This is why people can interpret the same moment differently. They are not reacting to reality, they are reacting to their architecture. Number three, interaction with the field depends on interpretation. The field doesn't respond to events, it responds to your interpretation of these events. Example, two people lose their job. One interprets I failed. The other interprets the timeline is shifting. Something better is opening or on the horizon. Same event, different signal, different outcome. Interpretation sets the broadcast that the field mirrors back. Number four, distorted interpretation creates distorted timelines. If your architecture interprets reality through fear, scarcity, abandonment, threat, unworthiness, distrust, then the field must return confirming evidence, confirming people, confirming scenarios. Not because life is punishing you, but because the field mirrors the meaning you broadcast. Interpretation is equal to instruction. Number five, coherent interpretation opens higher timelines. When your architecture stabilizes, emotions regulate naturally. Fear loses control, clarity rises, intuition strengthens, meaning becomes cleaner. Guidance becomes obvious, timelines accelerate. A coherent system interprets reality through possibility, neutrality, curiosity, awareness, non-reactivity, non-judgment, openness to evolution. This unlocks the higher pathways that were always there but previously invisible. Number six, interpretation determines emotional reality. You don't feel emotions because of events. You feel emotions because of your interpretation of those events. Change the interpretation and the emotional reaction dissolves. This is how identity rewrites triggers, fears, patterns, expectations, narratives, entire life trajectories. Interpretation is the pivot moment or pivot point. Number seven, interpretation is upgraded through awareness. You don't fix interpretation by forcing positivity. You upgrade the interpretation by observing reactions, integrating old waveforms, stabilizing identity, clearing distortion, expanding perspective, decoding your internal responses. Once the architecture updates, interpretation updates automatically. A new meaning engine installs. Closing reflection. Interpretation is not what happens in the mind, it is the meaning your architecture assigns to reality before mind even speaks. When interpretation becomes coherent, your entire emotional and timeline reality transforms. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and follow for more aligned content. And if you're new, I would recommend please start with episode 0, the source field. Everything builds progressively from there. Thank you.